Why do we have to go through trials and error to learn about money?
Steph, Clay, Smiles, me.
Is that why you're like punching people in practice and stuff?
Yeah.
He knew that Muay Thai was my passion, and he knew soccer was my passion. And I have to do those on a weekly basis.
Mom, Dad, I love you, but I'm going to do something different. I'm going to get us out of this.
I gotta put a little more gas to the pedal.
Podcasts like this kept me going in my dark times.
Bro, you make music. I play ball. Like, I really do this. You have to enjoy the journey.
Welcome back to Success After Dark podcast. My brother Vlad, welcome as a co-host, brother. We got a special guest today on the pod. My brother Smiles, my Arab brother Smiles.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for having
How
me,
you
guys.
doing, man?
Tired.
Thank you for...
Tired.
Why are you starting on a negative note?
I'm always positive. I'm just tired.
Yo, I hit someone's new Mercedes in the lot. Was it Max yours?
So congrats on the Benz, my brother.
Oh,
Not gonna lie.
That's a dope whip, bro.
He actually had me hearing. I was like, wait, what?
Wait, what?
I was like, yo, I'm leaving.
So Smiles, bro, like we've been wanting to do the podcast, but we were waiting for the right moment because we had all the new equipment, we have everything new, and I wanted my boy Smiles to kind of, get the best of the best.
look
so
crisp on camera.
Crisp on camera.
The crisp.
But we're excited for the episode. So
I greatly appreciate it.
we're gonna talk today. We haven't met a long time ago. The first time I met you was at an event that we hosted in Toronto.
Correct.
We had over 1,000 people that day.
Correct.
And then, but I don't know how me and you.
I was in
Kenny,
Vaughan.
Vaughan.
Vaughan, yeah.
And I think Kenny introduced me to you, but we just hit it off first day, bro. I added you on Instagram, and then I think the first time we chilled was it at my restaurant.
Yeah.
I think it was my restaurant when
You
we chilled.
invited me over there.
Me, you and Wasim and these guys.
Cloth
And
talk.
Cloth Talk, yeah, and we chill. We talked a lot about a lot of things, bro.
A lot.
But a little bit before that, I was in Lebanon, in your homeland.
Yes, sir.
I was, doing business, and but we came back. We talked a lot, and this is when I really got to know you that day. We talked a lot about a lot of things from basketball and stuff. But I guess I'll let kind of Vlad run this
The
with
question
you.
asker.
In the beginning, I don't think it's a question. I think we know you. A lot of people that follow us, they don't. So maybe we can kick it off, or who Smiles is.
You want to ask the question or you want me to explain it?
Who is Smiles?
Who is Smiles?
Yeah.
Smiles is an interesting guy.
Yeah.
A very interesting guy.
Let's talk about upbringing first. So you're Lebanese. You're half Lebanese, half who?
Lebanese Italian.
Who's the Lebanese?
My dad, and my mom's the Italian one.
Of course,
Yeah.
brother. These Arab men.
And you
is
were
like,
born. And you were born where?
I was born in Scarborough,
Nice.
Ontario. Yep.
Scarborough, Lebanon.
Shit, it's very similar. Very similar. Very similar.
And
But yeah, no, I was born in Scarborough. Lived out there until grade 11.
okay.
Then I moved out to Vaughan. Parents, worked hard, especially my mom, to
dope,
get
man.
us out the hood.
Yeah.
And then after we moved from a bungalow straight to $700,000 house in Vaughan.
Beautiful.
So, that alone is an inspiration. Just my parents
Love
to
that.
see that, right? Then after I lived in Vaughan for that period of being, then I moved to Lebanon
Yeah.
when I first signed my first pro deal for basketball.
Yeah.
And that was amazing.
So was basketball a thing since you were young?
Yeah,
Yeah.
4 years old. My dad put the
The
ball in my hand right away.
Lebanese team for basketball is number 1 in the Middle East, in the Arab world.
Yeah, right now they are.
I think I remember it was
They
between
actually-
them and Jordan. They
Yup.
kept flipping up and down. And the Jordanian team is
They're
strong,
good,
bro.
Actually, one of my
good
boys
guys.
plays on that team.
Oh,
and-
really? Yeah.
and he did good.
I don't watch basketball, but
Gotta start watching it,
that
man.
game people were fighting. I'm like, okay, anything
Yeah.
fighting people,
Anything
I like
in the Middle
watching.
East, they fight.
Yeah,
I've
so
been in my own little fight in the
And I
Middle
love,
East.
bro. I love the Arab players smoke shisha and then play the. Swear to God, bro. I've seen professional
bench?
soccer.
No.
Not on the bench. But
Exactly what he's saying. It's actually funny.
Like the same day before,
Yeah,
we were
yeah,
prepping
yeah,
for the game.
I'll literally
So-
tell you a story that he literally just what he said. I'll never forget. I never used to smoke shisha like that, But this guy is saying the truth. I was in Lebanon, and I'll never forget. After my first practice, there's an OG on the team. Right away, the practice is done, And all I hear is, all right, we're going to a restaurant. I'm like, okay, cool. We're going to eat. That's what I'm thinking. We're going to eat. You know, practice is done.
Logical thinking.
Did not happen. There was no food there, and they called it a restaurant. There was like appetizers and hookah. So I'm like, okay, I'm eating here. You know, the carrots and the lemon.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
how it is. So it's carrots and lemon. Then you have little peanuts, like, you know, little finger eating foods.
Yeah.
And then the hookahs come. And I'm looking at everyone, like literally the whole team is smoking hookah. And I'm like, guys, we have to practice tomorrow at 8 a.m. Right? What are you guys doing? This is 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And yeah, everyone started smoking hookah. Then this is when I actually was introduced to hookah.
Yeah.
Start smoking it. And I'm like, yo, this is actually a vibe.
Yeah.
Ever since then, after every practice, almost smoking hookah. And you go to practice fine. Like, it wasn't even,
Yeah.
you know, because I don't inhale it. Some of these guys inhale it.
Yeah. Some of these guys are like, they
know?
go crazy with it.
Yeah,
bro. They
so-
go crazy with it.
It's crazy.
Okay, so you signed your first deal in Lebanon. And then what happened?
I was playing pro basketball out there for, what was it, like 4 years, basically.
Nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Played for 2 different teams out there. Then I was going to Puerto Rico. I was supposed to sign to a team in Puerto Rico.
Okay.
But then COVID hit.
Oh.
Messed it all up.
Yeah.
And that's where I was like, okay, you know what? What am I going to do in the meantime? It wasn't like now because like, oh my God, my career is done. Because I knew it was going to end and everything was going to go back to normal to life.
Yeah.
And I just had a bunch of my friends say, yo, like, you're funny in real life. Why don't you do the content creation stuff, YouTube?
Yeah.
Mind you, I used to do Vine back in the day. Used to
Oh,
do-
I remember that.
Yes,
6
and I
second
had-
clips. Yeah.
Bro, and I had a good following of Vine. Like,
Really?
yeah, I had a good following. It was like probably close to like 70, 80K.
Wow.
Around that.
Yeah.
But I never took it seriously. I was always, I'm going to be a basketball player.
Yeah.
That's all that I wanted to do. So I'll never forget, during COVID, I did my first Instagram skit.
Okay.
It was getting more likes than my actual photos. And I'm like,
Nice.
okay, clearly
Yeah.
people don't like the photos of me. They want to see me freaking doing this funny shit. I bet.
Yeah.
So I started doing that. Did a second one, just went more and more.
Yeah.
And now I'm getting a bunch of DMs like, yo, nah, you have to do more. Like, we need a part 3 or we need a part 2 of this video, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I kept going with it, doing it, and I was blowing up off of like, you know, more of the content side. And then after, I was doing the whole basketball, like I was trying to entwine it, basketball and content. And then after, Drake happened to see one of them. And then
Really?
this is where, like, I'll be honest, the Drake effect is real. Like,
Yeah.
he kind of turned up everything for me, you know?
Yeah.
Mind you,
So he saw like a skit on
a basketball video, yeah.
a basketball. Okay, a basketball
of me
video.
playing, and
Yeah.
you know me, like, you know us athletes, whatever. We talk shit on the court
Why did you look at him?
because I know you're not an athlete, Rakam.
Bro.
You're a professional hookah smoker. That's cool.
Bro, I played semi-pro soccer here in Canada.
Well, did you?
Yeah.
What team?
You didn't know this?
What does semi-pro
No,
mean?
sorry.
What is
Before
semi-pro?
pro.
He played
right
rep league.
before.
Rep league.
Right before.
Like, do
All right,
people pay
so
to
then-
see you?
York
So then you
well, yeah,
athletes
I don't know
know.
if they paid, but yeah, York. It's called Yorkian Shooters.
No, semi-pro they don't pay.
Yeah.
You're not allowed.
It's a free one. Wait.
So if I want to watch you play semi-pro, do I have to like pay?
No,
bro, of course not.
You can just walk in. It's free.
There's 2 people. In the
Your mom and your dad.
You can bring.
my family wasn't in the country at that point.
Okay, sorry. You athletes. Know.
Yeah.
There, we fixed it up. Edit that out, guys.
Okay.
But no. So yeah, I was just talking shit, and Drake, I guess, liked that, right?
Yeah.
He liked that attitude, and he's like that.
Yeah.
Like when we play, he talks
shit?
shit. Yeah, like you would think he's in the freaking NBA. Like that's
Yeah.
that's the competitive nature in us, right?
Yeah.
And everyone that
Is he
plays
a
the
good
sport.
player? Honestly.
Yeah. I'm not even just saying that, like, because listen, I have some boys, they suck.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I don't care. I'm not gonna say who,
Yeah.
but no, he's good.
I'm not gonna say who. 1, 2, 3.
There's a list. But no, he's good.
You know who you are.
Yeah, they know who they are.
Okay.
But yeah, so no, then after he's seen that, and this is where he sent me a DM randomly.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'll fry that. And in basketball terms, I'll fry that means like I'll cook you on the court, I'll beat you, I'll kill you, right?
So, bro, like,
And it was random.
I
was
can
in-
imagine a Drake well, I don't think he's gonna message me about no basketball, but
Yeah.
like, how would it feel? Like, you just randomly saw what is it? Champagne? What's his name? Champagne Poppy.
Yeah, so I'll be honest. At
Like-
first, I'm like, okay, is this
Fake
a fake
account?
Yeah, I was like,
A
who's
verified
messi-
fake
like
account.
I didn't get it. No, because I got the notification where you just see,
Oh, okay,
you know,
yeah,
sent you a
yeah.
message type thing, and I'm thinking, I'm like, wait, and I'm looking at it close. I'm like, is that the right like thing? So I
Yeah.
opened it, and it was him. I'm not over there like super hype, like, you know.
Yeah.
I'm like, and I read the message. That's what caught me off guard. I read the message. And he's like, right away, I'll fry that. And I already said, bro, you make music. I play ball. Like, I really do this. Like, that's how.
Hold on.
Not, no, like, oh my
Did
God,
you
Drake.
respond like right away?
Yeah,
Like, right away.
Not right away. Like, I because I was in San Francisco during the NBA playoffs for Andrew Wiggins.
Oh yeah.
Because that's one of my close
You're-
friends.
The Golden State Warriors.
Yes.
I've seen that.
Yes.
I've seen that.
Andrew
So like this
Wiggins-
is 2019 or 20.
This was. When
This
was
was before COVID or during COVID?
No, this was like right. Was it the? It was the playoff.
When they played Toronto.
Sorry, you know what? It wasn't the playoffs. It was just regular season.
Yeah,
it was just regular season. Sorry, playoffs was the year after.
Yeah.
It was regular season where I was in the Bay. He had a home game stretch in.
I remember, bro. This guy, his coach used to come at our Good Life. He used to train our
Yeah.
Good Life.
Talking
And-
about
Jim-
Gus.
no,
Is it
Gus. He's definitely-
Yeah,
yes.
Vaughn.
No,
He's
not-
a legendary
he's-
like high school.
unless
not
it's,
not
some-
basketball coach, fitness coach.
Oh, he's talking about Sion.
Sion.
Holmes
Yeah.
elite.
Sion and Dion, they're,
Holm- yep,
they're
they're brother,
brothers.
Cleon.
And they used to come to our gym.
Yeah.
So when I was new at the gym, and I'm like, because everybody let them in for free. And I'm
Yeah.
looking at, and I'm the asshole, bro. I'm like, why I think he's got?
He's trying to sell them
everybody gotta
membership.
pay.
He's trying to
So
sell- yeah, he's
I swear to God, bro. I started selling them a membership. So I'm sitting down with him. He's like, bro, you're clearly new here. I'm like, okay, and like, well, you guys don't have a membership.
Yeah.
So like the manager pulled me aside. He's like, yo, these guys. And I don't watch basketball, so I
Yeah,
don't know
yeah,
who these
yeah.
guys are, and I don't know who Wiggins is. Brother.
no,
Like,
of course, if you don't know basketball,
I'm,
yeah.
and I'm new in Canada, but this is my second like year and a half into Canada. They said Wiggins. I'm like, what is this? Do chicken wings?
Oh my
Like
God.
what?
Yeah.
Bro, and then they, bro, we were like, there's a couple things that I helped them with at the gym. And like sometimes, you know, we close the gym, they come in late. I just, you know, I
Go
just
in,
let
yeah.
them in, go ahead, don't worry about it, and I'll stay later. So I've done them a couple favors, and then when I quit Good Life, they told me to come work out at their gym.
Dope.
And then I think one time, bro, Wiggins was there.
Probably.
Because they were closed the gym.
Probably.
And he was, I'm still boys with them to this day. But
Yeah.
you know, it's crazy that, you know, it's just
How small the world is,
small the
man.
world is,
Tiny,
bro. Yeah.
You know, I was talking about this. I went to St. Teresa, so it's a school in Richmond Hill, and Vaughn played St. Teresa one time, and Wiggins was in grade 10 at the
He
time.
went crazy for sure.
That's
Yo,
nuts.
he was so good. Listen, he was so good that he didn't even have to. The team was so good that he didn't have to
No,
play.
Vaughn is a stacked team.
Yeah,
They were-
and my team, like St. Teresa, came fourth in York Region that year, and they ended up playing Vaughn again in the semis. But
Mm-hmm.
they came into my school that time. The team was so good he didn't even play. He was just shooting around,
Really?
and I was the only one in my whole school that knew because he was like.
You knew who he is.
I seen his videos. Remember, like
Yeah,
the YouTube
yeah,
ones when he was
yeah,
13,
yeah,
dunking
yeah,
on
yeah,
everyone.
yeah.
And I'm trying to tell everyone, I'm like, yo, this guy's gonna go to the NBA. This guy's going, but like people didn't really take it in because when he was in grade 10, you kind of had to be in the circle to know like who this guy really was.
Exactly.
And he didn't really get like famous until he probably went to Kansas, and then
I
then
mean,
got
no, he was
drafted.
famous when he went to prep school in Huntington.
Yeah, Huntington. And
then he came
yes,
back,
yes.
like, because he went there for school. Then he went to Vaughn, and bro, I mean, for someone that is tapped into the basketball as a basketball player, you
Yeah.
know who's on the
Yes.
upcoming. So maybe
Yes.
it's different for me than if Rakan was to look like he said
Yeah,
he doesn't
yeah.
know basketball, or maybe you weren't watching it as much, but you played it.
Yeah.
Bro, he was like in the States. He was rated number 1
Yeah.
in all of North
Since he was 13.
Yeah,
probably.
got Gatorade
Since he was
Player of the
13.
Year and stuff. Like he
And
was.
it's a
That's
big deal for
crazy.
someone
Yeah, he's
who's
different.
Canadian to be like.
There's not
you
many
know,
Canadian good ones, bro. Remember when we went to the Raptors game? Like my first, he took me to my first game.
He was surprised there's only one Canadian on the Raptors.
I'm like,
Right
I
now,
thought,
this
all
year,
right,
right?
yeah.
I thought all of these guys are Canadian.
No, there's
He's
two.
like, no.
The Delano kid too. He's from
Oh yeah, Delano.
Rexdale
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something
yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
There's two.
Anyway, I was a little
two
disappointed,
Canadians.
brother. Did we lose? Yeah, we lost that game.
I know.
Really?
Brother.
Fred missed the game.
Brother,
winner,
my
yeah.
first game, they're losing. Brother, you should call somebody, bro.
Rakan has to stop
And bro,
playing.
the team,
Yo,
the team
Rakan
wasn't
has to
good,
stop
bro.
He
going
wasn't
to the
playing
Raptor
that
games.
night.
If I was playing,
playing that
I
night.
promise you they would have probably won. The team was not good, bro. And this is a guy that doesn't play basketball.
think so, eh?
Rakan will foul out first quarter.
I would punch some people.
100%.
Soccer, you know,
100%.
just
This
give them a
isn't
shoulder,
the
bro.
Middle East, man. This isn't the Middle East. They play aggressive.
Yeah,
But
eh?
it's good. Yeah, like that's why I noticed the difference between like playing here and then overseas in,
this-
general. Not even just the Middle East.
So okay, so here's my other question. I know we're gonna continue with the story, but playing in the Middle East versus playing here. Now, I'll tell you my soccer experience because I've played both.
Okay.
Playing in the Middle East, I truly believe there's more talent, less opportunity. Here, there's less talent, more opportunity, soccer-wise.
Soccer-wise.
Now, basketball is different because here, like Canada's
Soccer, I agree with
is
you.
not. Well, for the first time, I saw the Canadian team play, but they got they got
No, soccer. I'll agree
Beat
with you
up.
because I am a soccer fanatic.
Basketball is different.
Yes.
So you tell me how was your
So I'm a
experience
soccer
there?
fanatic,
Yeah.
and I actually seen a couple of games. I actually seen the Lebanese national team play like soccer.
They're good, man.
I seen them
They're
practice
good.
and
They're
stuff.
not bad. Yeah.
Yeah, but their fields are horrible.
Yeah,
like, there's,
it's Lebanon,
you know how
bro.
it is.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
field was like literally
it's
a
bad.
local
It's
elementary
just, it's
school.
not.
field.
It's not as. Yeah. It's not as.
not flat. Like you'll run, the ball will roll, it'll
Yeah.
go into a ditch, roll out. Like it's really like that. Like I think it's literally grenades
Yeah,
from back in the day.
Lebanese team, they took a couple punches.
Yeah.
Past couple of years, bro, Lebanon's not been in the best shape. But I'll tell you something, bro. There's some Arab teams out there. You saw Morocco,
Yeah.
bro. Some of these Arab teams play, bro.
No, so like back to what he's saying, the Middle East for that, yes, I would say the talent is better than here. But when it comes to the basketball, there is talent out there. I'm not gonna say no.
Yeah.
But
But do you think talent is here is better?
Oh, there's nothing's better than North America. Like I don't want to say nothing because obviously you look at Europe, you have like Luka Doncic, you have
What's the
certain
number one team in
players.
the world right now? Is it the
Giannis.
American team?
American.
It's USA.
Yeah.
American team.
USA.
But
they've been
overall as a
forever.
talent,
for decades.
Because I saw what is it called? The Redeem team on Netflix.
The
Redeem
08
team.
yeah, it's 2004
was
they
it
came
Redeem
third-
or Redemption?
Redeem.
The
Something
team,
Redeem.
yeah.
So in
that
2000
was a crazy
Kobe.
document. Yeah,
Yo,
that was a
crazy.
crazy documentary. I was watching. I'm like,
Nah, I watched it twice actually.
Wow.
Because
Yeah, that
more
was-
for the
that was
Kobe
a-
story.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
who
it's
makes.
and then I watch Michael Jackson. Not Michael.
of
Last
course,
Dance.
Jordan.
Michael Jordan, Last
Michael
Dance.
Jordan's Last Dance. That,
Yeah.
bro, these
No.
are two. Look, the Last Dance. I have been so inspired, bro. It activated me.
Mm-hmm.
Activated me, man. And
because you see what kind of leader
I
like,
started
Michael Jordan
being
was.
conscious
Exactly.
of what I film because one of my goals is to have a documentary exactly similar to what The Last Dance is.
For sure.
I think it's gonna take some time, but I'm taking content
It
right
takes
now.
time.
I'm
Think
saving
about
it
it.
because I just know there's gonna be a day, bro.
Michael
I'm gonna
Jordan is
need this
what?
all.
50. I want to say Michael Jordan around is 55,
probably.
56. So
Yeah,
look, it took
50s.
that long to come
Yeah.
up with it, right? So I mean, it takes time.
It's crazy. But anyway, going back to your story. So
Was that why? Well, is that why you're like punching people in practice and stuff?
going back to the story. Go back to the story. So, raised in born in Scarborough,
Born in
and then
Scarborough,
raised in
moved to
Vaughan,
Vaughan.
and then you went to
Then
the
I
Middle
lived
East.
the whole Middle East, and
And
that
then
was
you
my
came
first
back-
time living by myself.
Oh,
Like that was the literally
in the
my
Middle
first-
East, eh?
And on
Where in
top of
Lebanon?
it, Beirut. I was in
Beirut,
downtown
okay.
Beirut, and then
Okay.
in Zahle,
بالحمراء?
close to him. I was in Burj Hamoud,
Okay, yeah, I know what that is.
the whole Armenian area.
Christian, Christian Armenian area.
Yes, exactly. And then after
Brother,
I did,
that's where you find a suit, $50.
Yeah.
Best one, bro.
Best one, right?
yeah,
best one.
Yeah.
Really?
$50.
Yep.
Full
Yeah.
suit, bro. 4-piece.
For example,
And-
the
yeah.
shoes he's wearing,
Yeah,
I'm not even gonna lie to you, that would be on sale in
$25.
No, not 25. That's for the fake.
The
That's for the fake.
Habibi ones.
But if you want the real, I'm
Yeah.
not even kidding you. How much did you pay for that shoe? Around like $1,000 and up. Let's
Yeah,
say.
grand.
Okay.
1200.
Whatever in Lebanon, you'll probably pay for that. No word of a lie, maybe $750 USD.
The real ones.
The real ones?
I promise you, they have sales. It's called. There's a place.
I
You know,
don't
the,
even
you know
know
the
the-
souks.
Yeah.
Every 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, every 6 they have a sale
Mm-hmm.
of the old stuff they're getting rid of and they put the new stuff in. I remember the first time I went in there, I'm like, this has to be fake. This has to be. That is the wholesale rental of Lebanon. It was called Aishti. You probably
Yeah, I know
yeah,
that
you've
is.
seen it. And yeah, that stuff would be like
Wild, bro.
freaking.
Yeah.
You,
I mean,
you're at
and-
least saving
and the
$300,
currency,
$400.
the
And the
difference
currency, yes.
Yeah,
but you're
it's a lot
saving
of
around
factors.
300, 400. Plus, when you go on the
So
airport,
you lived
Global
there.
Blue.
You lived there for 2 years in
I
Lebanon.
was there basically 3 years.
3 years, and then you came back.
Mm-hmm.
Video goes like just now viral, but Drake messages
Just
you.
starting to build it, yeah.
Yeah.
Drake messaged me.
So what happened after?
So right after that, back to that story. Whatever, I messaged him. We had our little encounter convo in the DMs, whatever. And then
So who smoked who is my question, brother.
Oh, that I have content coming out soon for that. We have me and him have something planned for that. So I don't want to really say nothing about that
Yeah.
yet. You know, because
Brother, I just want to know who won.
no, I can't. I'm sorry. That's
He won.
confidential.
I think
no,
he won.
You think so?
I think he won.
Okay, we'll leave it at that.
He
We're
just
gonna
said
see.
no. He just spilled it.
I know.
He just spilled it. Yo, he knows
It's
how to
reverse
He knows how to do
psychology.
this. Yo, yeah.
Reverse. Nah, he beat me 1v1 one time.
Yeah.
What, up to 3 though?
So
Nah, I was up to 7, but
He beat you up to 7?
I'm chill.
That's kinda
listen,
serious.
But I let him.
Wait.
He does. He,
Hold on.
He says I didn't.
So
but
when somebody messaged, because I'm not very familiar with basketball language, when he said I'll smoke you, is it a one-on-one game?
1v1, yeah. 1v1. So
One
whatever.
v one.
One
yeah,
on
one
one.
versus one, whatever.
One versus one.
But what happened was the original plan. So in the message, he basically said, "I'm gonna be home soon. I want you over to the crib. We're gonna
So
play."
he has this basketball field that he shoots at in his
in his
house.
crib, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Full size court.
exactly.
inside,
And when he invited me, it wasn't a 1v1. He wanted to do team
Like a
versus
team
team.
versus
My
team,
team versus his team.
Yeah.
But
Oh, so you're gonna bring some people.
I wasn't gonna bring nobody. It was so there's this thing that I do with one of my boys named
Yeah.
Nicholas Boss. It's called Office Hours, and that's what we started from the winter.
Okay.
And he's close friends with Drake, like close friends. So that's how he's seen it through him. He was, and at that time, I believe he was in Turks when he seen the video on the YouTube that I posted, and that's where it all started from
okay,
that
that makes
video.
sense.
Yeah. So whatever, I couldn't come that day. I couldn't change my flight. I tried. So I ended up buying a new flight.
Okay.
Only for him to message me and say, "Yo, something came up. I gotta change the date again." So I'm over there like, "Oh my god, you just made me." All right, cool. You know what? I forgot. You probably think I am. You know.
Yeah. That's okay.
I could just fly private jets. No, not yet. We're not there yet. So whatever. I ended up flying out and waited a couple of more days. He got back. Finally happened. We played at the house. And after just off of rip, it was like, it's kind of weird because when you meet someone and it feels like you've been known them.
Yeah.
And it's not one of those ones that, oh yeah, I've been known because he's Drake, like you see him on the tablet or anything,
Yeah.
or like Instagram. It was one of those like he was talking to me as if like how we're just talking.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, this guy is cool as shit.
Yeah.
Like right off there. Ever since then, we just kicked it off. And he's been.
I have a question
He's been
about
one of my
Drake, bro.
bros.
I didn't want to ask this, but now you reminded me.
Ask.
What's up with Drakes and Arabs, bro?
don't
He has
know.
a lot of Arabs around him.
I know. I
Like-
don't know. But we're just cool people.
Appreciate
Especially us Lebanese,
But that is true. He does have a lot of Lebanese people around him.
Habib's Cafe.
Yeah, well, that's his name Ali, I think his name. I think
so.
it was Ali, yeah.
No. And there's
Rakan's trying to
Oliver,
convert me, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, it was my last Christmas last time. Yeah. You don't know.
Powers, brother.
Yo.
Drake is next.
I told my mom I was going to Petra for New Year's. She's like, "Watch out! If they convert you, they'll go to heaven." So
Really?
just, yeah, be careful.
That's so funny.
Rakan's like, "That's not exactly how it works, but
impossibilities.
Don't kill me.
Possibly. Okay, so Drake happens. You played versus 1-1.
Yep.
Then, what happens next?
Okay, so after
where is
all
your
that-
life? Because we're still in COVID times.
Yeah,
You're talking
yeah.
COVID
This
times,
was
right?
no. This was kind of after it. Like it was kind of settling down a little.
Yeah.
It was still around.
Yeah.
But it was it was slowly leaving.
Okay.
So whatever that started happening, and after the relationship just got closer and closer to the point where like that's my dog, that's my boy, that's my bro. And then one of the guys in the camp of the OVO camp, I've been known him from a long time, but not on that level. Like I know who he was. I would say what up, hi, cool, bye. He came up to me and he's like, "Yo, I want to sign you to my agency." And he owns a
For
viral agency. Viral Nation is called.
Yeah.
And it's a marketing agency for like,
Nice.
social media people,
Beautiful.
athletes, all that.
so they bring deals from other companies
Yes.
and they give
So
it to
yeah, his name's OVO Rocks. So
Beautiful.
he signed me. And right off rip, he's like, "Listen, brother, like you have
But does Drake own it technically?
no. This is all him, Rocks.
But OVO
no, his
It's
name's
owned
OVO
by-
Rocks.
okay, OVO
That's his
Rocks.
name. His name's
the name,
Rocks.
okay.
His personal trainer.
Okay,
Okay?
beautiful.
Yeah.
So, who's personal trainer?
Drake's
Personal
yes.
trainer. Okay.
So he has this platform, the Viral Nation. He's the VP. I think he's the VP of it or something.
Okay.
But whatever. He came up to me straight. He's like, "Yo, like your content is funny. Like,
Yeah.
like he's been seeing me do it, and he's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I need like I'm gonna sign you, just straight. Said it like that. He's like, when the time is right.
Yeah.
Wasn't no rush thing. Just
Yeah,
when the time is right.
I'll-
And I'm over there.
I like these people, bro.
Yes, and you
'cause
know
this
what?
is how I think.
Yes, and I'll be honest with you. With certain stuff, I am sometimes impatient.
Yeah.
But then I always fall back to past history stuff that I've went through in life.
Yeah.
So before I signed pro, I actually popped my kneecap. Right.
Oh.
I popped my right kneecap. We were playing at the gym. I was with Nick Wiggins, Andrew's brother, and my other boy Rich, and my kneecap popped. We were working out legs.
Oh, this is not
This was
basketball.
before
This is
no,
lifting.
we were lifting. This
Yeah.
it gets better. We were lifting, and then the competitive side of me and my boy Nick was like, "Yo, let's play 1v1. Like, what's up?"
Oh, okay,
I was
okay,
like,
I
"All
see.
right, fuck it, let's get it."
Yeah.
So we played 1v1. Played one game, 2 game. The third game, I went for a block. I just jumped.
Yeah.
That's all I heard.
Ooh.
I fell to the floor. I look at my leg, and I promise you, my life flashed before me. I'm like, yeah, my career's done. I just kept saying that. Like my brain didn't know nothing, but yep, my career's done. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? I kept saying that.
Yeah.
Everyone was worried.
Because
you know.
technically, you can end your career with an injury. I ended
You
my
never
career
know, because I
with
didn't know
injury.
what it was. I seen my kneecap out, and it's so
Yeah.
crazy that I was moving and I saw my knee sliding. So I'm like, and I slid it back in place. My leg went straight. I was like, oh my God, like what the? And I'm thinking, okay, I probably ruined something. I
Yeah.
tore something in there.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
thinking that. Ambulance came, brought me to the hospital. My mom worked at the hospital that they brought
Yeah.
me to. And she was there with my boys for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
Only to find out it was just a kneecap pop. Dislocation was, thank God. And that was the most miserable part of my life. Like,
Yeah.
that was the most I've ever been depressed. I've never been as depressed like this. And I was like, you know what? I just kept thinking, yo, what am I gonna do now? Like, I'm sitting in a bed,
Yeah.
My boy Nick would always tell me, yo, relax, God's timing.
Yeah.
Those 2 words right there, I live by every day.
Yeah.
I don't care if I need something instantly anymore. Like, listen, you know what?
God's
I look up
timing.
to the sky, God's timing. I'm gonna leave it like that.
Yeah.
Because with his timing, it took me 5 to 6 months to recover. A month to 2 months after that is when I started playing basketball in the league, and I was recording it, I was sending it to coaches, and
Yeah.
boom, got my first pro deal.
That's amazing, man.
Just like that. You know what I mean? And people during that time was like, yo, you have to find a job. Like,
Yeah.
you're done, man. And like, in my mind, I'm like, these are people like kind of close to me.
Yeah.
You want to call them friends type thing. And they're trying to tell me to give up. And that's one thing I've never done. I've never give up in nothing in life. But at this point, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of was creeping in my thoughts, like, yo,
Of course, well,
find
people around
something.
you is-
Yeah,
is-
like
is
find
very
something
big.
you're gonna do. Like, maybe go get a job at a car dealership or a
Yeah.
bank. Try to get,
Like a
and
legit job,
something like that.
yeah.
And then in my head, I'm like, you know what? No, I'm not a 9 to 5 guy. I've never been.
Yeah.
Like, I worked at the longest I've worked. Sorry, the shortest I've ever worked at a 9 to 5 job was literally maybe 4 hours. I got a job. I got hired by Walmart.
9 to 1.
Yeah, I got exactly. It was literally 9 to 1. I got hired to Walmart, and I had to clean the floors on that little machine. I did it for 2-3 hours playing music. I got off that machine at 4 in the morning because it was a shift that was 10 or 11 to like 7 in the morning.
Yeah.
I got off after 3 hours. I said, yeah, this is not me. Later.
And you
Worked
just
at
did.
Foot Locker. Did it for a year. That was probably a year and a half. Probably that was the longest I ever worked a retail job. I said, yeah, no.
Yeah.
You know what? I would tell my mom too. I'm like, Mom, this is not me.
Yeah.
Like, it is not. And I was doing that before, obviously, all that. But yeah, when it came back to the whole basketball stuff, I said,
Yeah.
you know what?
It's God's timing.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go into religion, but from what I'm hearing is you have 2 sides of you. You have the athlete side and you have the funny side.
Yes, sir.
Does that go back to your family or anybody that you know, anybody that you look up to?
My mom.
My
mom is hilarious.
Oh, the funny part.
She's
okay.
My mom is hilarious. Like,
Really, eh?
hilarious. Like,
Typical
everyone,
like Lebanese mom.
No, she's Italian. My mom's
Oh,
Italian.
your mom
one,
is
right?
Italian.
My dad is, but don't get twisted. My dad is funny, but
Yeah.
he's more of the like,
It's that Arab dad, typical Arab
Yeah.
dad, bro. He
Like,
can't.
you know,
he
some-
can't be too funny.
yeah, because then he gets.
They have a limit.
Then he gets serious
Yeah,
and it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
you don't laugh at my joke.
Yeah.
You know, shit like that. Slapped. But no, like, my dad, I would say the athlete side for sure.
Dad athlete.
100%.
So he played basketball.
He played every sport. He was really good at volleyball though.
Volleyball,
He was
yeah.
volleyball.
I love that game,
Yeah,
bro. I
and
love
He
like,
said he was a military man too.
and he was a military man.
Yeah,
so
in Lebanon. Yeah.
That's where the stern, like you know how the Middle East
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
But
these
then
guys
my
are
mom,
tough, bro.
yeah,
These
they are
guys
tough.
are tough.
They are. One thing I tell a lot of people, I'm like, Middle Easterns are strong as shit.
Yes,
And you want to know
bro.
why? Because a lot of them in that league that I played in, there was one guy. His name's Ali Haidar.
Yeah.
I'll never forget him. This guy worked on a farm when he was not playing basketball.
Yeah.
So imagine what the hell you do on a farm.
Crazy,
He's
bro.
probably lifting cows,
Yeah, like-
curling them. Like, I don't know what the hell you're doing on a damn farm, but on the
Yo.
basketball court, I'd never forget. I was in front of him, and just a light push, I flew.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, you know what? I gotta leave this skinny frame.
Yeah.
Like, but it's at the end of the day, it's like this is what makes me jump high.
Yeah, but it got you. It got you.
Oh
I'm
no,
guessing
that's
more
what.
stronger,
Right
bro.
after that, I literally, I'll never forget. After that game, I told our personal trainer, our team, I said, "Yo, I need to gain weight, like muscle weight."
Yeah.
And after that's when I actually gained a good size out there. That was the year before COVID too, and then after COVID hit, I went back to my freaking little boy frame, athletic frame, and that's it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But your
no.
game is more finesse, anyways. It's like
Yeah,
more like,
I'm just a
I
shooter.
see, like I've seen
Yeah.
a couple
My
videos.
main.
You're like a
quick in and out shooter. That's my main trait.
Yeah.
The Steph Clay me. You know the order.
So how'd that come about? Steph Clay me, and what does it mean?
So same video I was telling you about
Yeah.
that he's seen.
I don't know what that is, by the way. We'll continue on.
I'll explain to you. Don't worry. We get in there, soccer man. So the video that Drake's seen, I shot a three, and now this is what I'm explaining to you. Steph Curry,
Yeah.
best 3-pointer.
Yeah.
You know
that.
Steph
I know
Curry.
that. Yeah, I know Steph
And you know Klay Thompson. I'm assuming his
Klay, yes,
teammate.
yes,
His teammate. Yeah.
To me, those are the top 2 shooters in the world.
They're called
right
the
now.
Splash Brothers.
Yeah, exactly.
They're like they're the 2 best shooters in arguably in history in the NBA.
That's
that
what I
played
think.
on the same team.
That's what I think.
Yeah,
you know,
okay.
you have Ray Allen, whatever.
Beautiful.
But I think those two.
as a combo.
Yes,
as a
you're
duo,
right.
yes.
Exactly. So
Okay.
I'm so confident, like to the point where literally I don't know anyone as confident as me, and I really say that so strongly that
You think
when
you're
I
more
was-
confident than Rakan?
100%. I've been to the movie. Let me put it this
He's
way,
a guest. Allow him.
and I'll explain
That's a
why.
good one.
I've been to movie theaters by my damn self to watch a damn movie.
Bro, I've done that.
He was telling me the
1,000
same
times,
thing.
bro.
Like, yeah,
Yo,
you know
he
what's
told me the
up?
same
Been
thing.
there.
I'm
When did
like,
I
you're
tell you this?
crazy.
A couple of days ago.
Literally,
Yeah,
like 2
I'm
days
telling you,
ago.
I go to restaurants, I'll eat by myself.
Yeah.
And I have a thing when I travel,
I did that yesterday.
especially in Lebanon when I was doing it my first
Yeah.
year. Every day I would go to a new restaurant by my damn self. I would ask the teammate, yo, you want to come? They say no. All right, go ahead, go.
Yeah.
I'll go by myself. And I would just be there on my phone, enjoying my food.
Yeah.
To the point where every restaurant would ask me, like, do you have any friends? I'm like, I'm new here. I have a team.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? But then after, obviously, you know, you make friends, blah. But yeah. So when it came to back to the confidence thing,
Yeah.
Steph, Clay, and me, I shot it. And that's basically saying, listen, I'm the 3rd best shooter in the world right now. Like,
Okay.
I want to say first, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, yeah.
Steph is. I haven't had a shootout with Steph or Clay.
Yeah.
But me, I just made it a thing. Like it just came to my head. I just said it. Steph, Clay, me, and I'm like, shit, that sounded cool.
That does sound cool.
I hit another 3, said it again, and everyone that was in there was laughing and said, okay, da. So that was one of the lines that caught the boys' attention.
Yeah.
And now this is where it started getting even more famous, like kind of popular. Because now in the city, kids will come up to me like, yo, you're Steph Clay me guy. Like, da.
Yeah.
I was at the boys' crib and he has his little league going on.
Yeah.
And he shot a 3. And I was recording it. I tend to always record his highlights for him, like, because he wants me to post it, whatever, let's say. And I'll post in my story and I'll tag him. He looked at the camera after a 3-pointer that he hit and he's like, Steph Clay smiles me, which is he's putting himself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And because he knew my slogan.
Yeah.
So right after that, I started laughing on the camera. Like, it's on my Instagram, whatever.
Yeah.
It went viral. It was on the Score, ESPN, like everyone, TMZ, everyone's taking it. To the point where I said, you know what? I'm gonna make it a T-shirt. Because even
That's
kids were
smart.
asking me
Yeah.
for just a Steph Clay me shirt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I would be like, yeah, like soon. But I didn't take it seriously. I made 2. I made one for me that said Steph Clay me. Because I'll tell you the meaning behind it as well, that why I wanted to make it a shirt though. So I made that one for me. And then I made the boy, Drake, Steph Clay smiles me. And that was for him.
That was a good one.
So I gave it to him, whatever. Now, a lot of people would be like, why didn't you put Steph Clay smiles as a T? Now,
Smiles what?
they like a lot of people were
T,
asking
okay,
me,
yeah,
why
smiles,
didn't I
yeah,
put it
yeah,
on the
yeah.
T-shirt, Steph Clay smiles?
Smiles, yeah.
I'm not selling the shirt for my name.
Yeah.
I'm selling it more for building confidence around the world.
I love that.
For example, let's say Vlad wants to go to the gym, play basketball, or you want to go to the gym.
Yeah.
If you're wearing that shirt, it's Steph Clay you. You know what I mean? And the reason why I did it,
Actually, that's so dope.
you know what I mean? Because I'll be honest with you, I work with a lot of kids. That's another thing I do.
Yeah, I
to go.
saw a video. I didn't understand what
We're
we were
going
doing.
in fucking obstacles with
I was
this
gonna
one,
ask
but
about this.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it all falls back. But like you said, so I did the whole pro basketball, COVID, came back, did the content creation. I also started training kids.
Yeah.
Because I love working with kids. Like,
Yeah.
you know. And one thing I noticed is like the confidence level is so low in today's
So
world.
low, bro. I mean, bro, come on.
But I
we
don't
were not
know-
raised. Sorry to cut you off, but we were not raised looking at social media,
No,
and looking at
we
fake
weren't.
stuff, bro. There was no. Well, I
We
didn't-
looked at our
bro,
parents
I'll tell you
are, you
something.
know-
My parents were so strict. I didn't have a phone up until I was like grade 10,
Mm-hmm.
and it was the phone that had the snake game. Y'all remember the
Yep.
snake game?
Press the two to
the
go
best
up,
that I had.
8 down.
bro. I didn't have Facebook up until almost grade 12.
Yeah.
Like it was, bro, serious. I had limited time, and but I played basketball,
Mm-hmm.
just so you know. And here's how my dad kept me off the streets and kept me away, because a lot of my friends used to do drugs and stuff, And he just kept me out of the streets and into sports by just taking me from a sport to a sport.
Yeah.
He knew that Muay Thai was my passion, and he knew soccer was my passion. And I have to do those on a weekly basis. So I played soccer almost every single day, and then I used to finish soccer and go play Muay Thai probably like twice a week. At one point in my life, bro, he put me horse riding. We finished that. Then he put me. Then there's one of the most expensive schools in our city. It's called Mamlaka School, and this is that and the American school. It's called the American School. It was owned by it was by either higher up figures that there's like army outside, right? Because it's only like princes come in and royal families, so they want to make sure everything is like good. And a lot of the people inside, they're American, like African American. This is my first time meeting like African Americans in Saudi, bro. This is crazy. And a lot of them are like the people that converted to Islam. They're there. And my dad put me in a basketball like training. This is my first time, and I'm a soccer player. I did not, but then I at one point. Like if you see me right now, you'll know like it's not my first time. I'm not the best, but you'll see that I'm not.
It's a second time.
Played. It's my second time holding the ball, not the first time. And this is my first time like ever even. I started like enjoying watching basketball because basketball is way faster paced than soccer.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, soccer is cool, but for the guy to run from the beginning to the end, it's gonna take some time.
Yeah, exactly.
But basketball is it's just very fast. And
exactly.
I fell in love with basketball then, but. I love the confidence thing, bro, because it's big.
No, it is.
It's big.
And because like for an example, when I train a kid, like at the end of the trainings, I would usually tell the kid, "Do you think you can beat me 1v1?" As a kid, I get it. You're probably gonna say no. You're a grown up, right?
Yeah.
Every kid would say no. But me as a kid, I'll be honest with you, I would play my dad, and I would always tell my dad, "I'm gonna beat you." Like that's what I would say as a kid, knowing that my dad is stronger than me.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm trying to instill this in the kids that I train and that are around me. So I would be like, "Do you think you beat me 1-on-1?" He'll be like, "No." "All right, run a lap for me quickly." He'll run a lap. He'll come back. "All right, let's say his name's Cody. Cody, you think you beat me again?" "No." "All right, one more lap for me." He'll come back. Now it's kind of getting in his brain. He'll be like, "Do you think you could beat me, Cody?" Maybe, coach. I don't know." I'm like, "Yo, run one more lap for me." He'll come back. When I ask him, "Yo, Cody, I'm gonna ask you one last time." Like I give him that to make sure he gives me the right answer. "Do you think you could beat me 1v1?" He'll be like, "Yes, coach, of course." "All right, now we can play." Because if you're gonna go into everything thinking like, "Oh, I can't do it," or "I can't," it's like, then why are you there?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I used to like up to this day, if you tell me, "Can you beat LeBron James 1v1?" I'm gonna tell you, yeah. You might think it's crazy. He might think I'm crazy, but guess what? When I go there, I'm gonna play that 1v1 like it's like my damn last game I've ever played in my life. Even if I do lose, guess what? I put my all out there.
Yeah.
And after when it's done, I know what to work out on now.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's very
so
coaching the younger generation, and you do it.
It's probably rewarding, but yeah,
It's
I do
such a rewarding.
I have a big.
experience.
I love it.
I have a big. Honestly, when I saw your video, he got me thinking. He got me inspired. I'm doing something in Ramadan, which is like what are we in almost end of March?
Okay.
For youth, and it's gonna be a lot about like financial. Well, it won't be like only motivation.
Don't talk to them about financial, Rakon. Leave them alone.
They have
Leave
to,
them alone. Let them enjoy their life.
No,
Hey, Cody, you heard about Bitcoin?
So
You're gonna have 7-year-olds at the lunch table. Do you have Bitcoin?
Here's my philosophy, bro. I have never had somebody sit me down when I was young and tell me about money, bro. And
That's true.
That it took me so long to understand money.
100%.
Because, bro, we were like I was 21.
gotta ask you, do you think there's a right age though?
Absolutely. Understanding money, absolutely.
What age do you think that is? If you don't mind,
12.
I would like to know.
12.
Okay, perfect. No, that's a good answer.
My younger
I thought you were
sister,
gonna
I'll
say
tell you that.
younger.
My younger sister she's in grade 10 right now.
Okay.
And bro, like I give her a couple books to assignments, couple books to read, and they come back to me and I have quizzes for her. If they understand when they're young, they will grow on it because bro,
For sure.
it's hard. It's so much harder for younger people to read because with money, bro, you have to rewire your brain,
100%.
right? Because bro, my biggest mistake, my first year, I made over 120 grand, bro, saved not a dollar.
That's how it goes. I did the same thing my first year overseas. I spent a lot of it.
But that's okay. So I understand that we learn from our mistakes, but there's two kinds of people on earth. Bro. There's a smart and there's a genius. Smart guy, somebody that learns from their own mistakes. A genius is somebody that learns from other people's mistakes. So why do we have to go through trials and error to learn about money? I know that year I would have saved up at least 20%, bro. 20%. I would have said 20% if I have learned. So there was no courses because I looked at the system that they're teaching my younger sister, but that sucks.
Yeah.
The concepts they're talking about, they're outdated.
But sometimes those lessons, when you do have to learn them, I'll be honest with you. To me personally, I feel like that's what really makes you the genius. Because you want to know why I say that?
If you learn from your own lessons, you mean?
Yes,
Yeah.
or even from other lessons, but more from your own lessons.
Yeah.
Because let me put it this way: let's say you were broke at one point.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking about broke. Like you don't have nowhere.
Which I
to-
was.
Okay, which you were, right?
Yeah.
Now you know what it feels like to be at the bottom.
Absolutely.
Right. But now we can say you're at the top.
Yeah.
You know what it feels like to be at the top and in the middle. Now this is where you can, which you've been doing. You teach others what to do. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But now for you to teach, let's say someone that's already, let's say mid-class.
Yeah.
And you teach the one that's at the bottom, I could probably put more money on the table to bet you that
Oh,
the guy at
absolutely.
the bottom will
Absolutely.
surpass that guy quick.
And I'm with it, but maybe you're misconcepting what to teach kids. See, teaching kids, I'm not teaching them about where to put their money.
Oh yeah.
We're
okay.
teaching about I'm talking a blueprint.
Oh yeah,
The
for
first
sure.
thing, how to budget, how to
Yes.
where to put your money.
Yes.
Because regardless, even if the budget, a broke person will be broke
For sure.
And I like it's building habits, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think that you guys were talking about Wiggins? Why do you think he was? Because if Wiggins waited till he was 25 to be discovered, 30 to be discovered, he wouldn't have a chance of what the chances he has right now.
Mm-hmm.
Truthfully, they found it when he was young. They found talent when he was young. There's some people that have talent, but we can't find them when they're
When it
young
comes
because
to,
they
like,
have
the
not-
sport, yeah.
they were not taught
Exactly.
in the right way. So because we know, even in soccer, bro. In soccer, if you're not really picked
a
on,
mi- yeah, no,
picked
for
on
sure.
when you're a little bit younger, bro, you know
Exactly. It's
you're
hard. It's
you'll be a
hard.
semi. You'll be semi-pro, not pro.
Maybe playing semi-pro with Rakan.
He
You'll be-
brags about that. It's
you'll
so
be-
funny.
Right
you'll
behind
be
the
semi-pro,
Loblaws.
not pro. It's the truth, bro. Because guess what? I didn't have the right opportunities back home, and I really want. I loved soccer. That was my
Yeah.
dream, bro. And I came here. I played for York, and then they kicked me out. But that's
Really?
that's for a whole separate day, bro.
Damn.
But and that's my point. It's just there's nobody. And by the way, in soccer, because I learned in the streets, I had bad habits as a goalkeeper. That my coach right here, he's like, bro, as long as you can do it, you're always gonna miss goals. You're always
Exactly.
gonna do this. So my point is, nobody taught me good habits when I
No,
was
for
younger.
sure.
So that's kind of the whole mentality. But
Yeah.
going back, that inspired me to kind of do something with the youth because
Yeah.
I see you're doing a lot. Let's change subjects.
Yeah.
By the way,
Switch
when
gears.
we were talking, how I like what you were saying. If you used to be broke and now you're rich, it's whole. By the way, the success after dark, what it means is succeeding after dark times, after
Dark times,
being
yeah,
at
no, I
the
know.
bottom, after being
Yeah.
low, after understanding the perspective of what it is to be
Right away when I
underneath
seen the
and at
title, I
top.
figured that's what it was.
Absolutely.
Like it made sense. And I liked it.
Because
No,
we've
for
all
sure.
been
We're
somewhere.
gonna bring.
we've all-
We're
yeah.
gonna bring.
No, for sure.
Look,
Yeah.
I have some big goals for this podcast, and me and you kind of talked about it. I have some big names I want to bring on, especially when we launch our own studio.
Yep.
And podcasts like this kept me going in my dark times.
Yeah.
Listen.
Oh, you would actually listen and watch them.
Absolutely. And not watching because I don't have time, but going to work, coming back, listening to stories of people that already made it, make me keep going because
Yeah.
they always talked about struggles, and I'm like,
sure.
I can relate with this guy. He said a little bit more. He said
Yeah.
3 years. Let me just stick around. You're talking about injury. Maybe somebody would listen to this podcast that has an injury right now, bro. That is a basketball
sure.
player. He's like, well, Smiles got out of it and he went pro. Shit, I
They
can do
can
it
do
too.
it, exactly.
So that's the whole goal of the podcast.
And then how many players did COVID affect? But you,
Oh my God.
But you, are,
You
I'm
knew
like,
how
how
to
can I make the best
evolve.
out of this?
Yeah, you
how
knew
can I
how
make
to
the best out of
evolve.
it? How can I do something else? You end up going viral.
Yeah.
Now you got brand deals, sponsorships, and all that.
Big stuff.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Like you have to, like I'll be honest. At first, when I was playing the pro basketball, I used to. It's not that I would think I'm only a basketball player because I knew who I am as a person.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I would always say I'm one of the you will not come across another Smiles. You want to say
Yeah.
like you really won't.
Yeah.
Because my personality is so genuine and
Yeah.
it's really a rare breed and I thank my mom and dad for that because like we were just talking about like the dark times. I wasn't poor or broke ever,
Yeah.
but I wasn't rich. We were like, semi well off, cool, hardworking parents, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's how I started off.
Yeah.
But I could tell you one thing, and this is where, I'll tell straight. My mom and dad gave me the world. It wasn't, I'm not going to lie and say, yeah, like I never had nothing. No. If I wanted something, my mom would give it to me. But at that age, I didn't know what my mom had to do to get it. You feel what I'm saying? My mom would work, late shifts, come home at 8,
Yeah.
9. my dad coming home at 12 o'clock. You know, my dad was you know, a lot of Arabs when they first come here, they're like, you know, doing carpet, hardwood floor,
carpet,
renovation. And that's what my dad did.
Construction in general, yeah.
And I see it now at this age, everything through my dad, that, you know, he'll wake up, elbow pain, back pain, neck pain. He's had surgeries. And because of those long, hard-working nights, you know what I mean? Working carpet on the knees, on the, you know, that's how the job is. So that's where I could always say, when I'm looking at myself, I'm like, you know what? Let me look back at my parents, because that's where, for me, everything roots from. It's not about, oh, yeah, I'm not here because, yeah, my talent, cool. Yeah, I get it. But my mom and dad are the ones that drove me to those practices.
I love that, bro.
You know what I mean?
I love that.
Put the ball in my hand. And for who I am, my mom is the one that always taught me. Like, prime example, I have a sister. Okay. So when it comes to treating younger, she's 26 right now. Awesome. She's in med school.
Awesome.
In Australia. Yeah. She's the wizard, I'll say.
Yeah, there's always a wizard.
She's the book wizard. Because I'll be honest, there was at one point, if I told my sister to take the bus, she would call me, okay, which one do I hop on now? I'm like, Ash, are you serious?
Yeah.
Look at the damn thing on the bus. It tells you the map. She's like, I don't know how to read it. There's a bunch of colors. I'm like, all right.
Book smart.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But me, and mind you, she was young when we were living in Scarborough.
Okay.
So she kind of grew up in Vaughan, like to the point where, you know, you get smarter and, you know, see how life works. So me being in Scarborough, I had to take the bus from school, which was all the way at Brimley. I went to Cardinal Newman. It was all the way at Brimley, all the way to Morningside and Lawrence, where I lived. And it's like, you know, you got to take this bus and then connect to another bus. And it's like, a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
Back then. There's a lot of people that had, so I moved to Vaughan just to show this difference between Scarborough and Vaughan at the time. Moved to Vaughan and everyone had mommy or daddy's car.
Yeah, they didn't.
I didn't have that. No one's home.
And you know, TTC is way more popular than like Viva buses.
Yeah.
Because I used to use both.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't use so when I went to Vaughan, luckily I had one of my boys who lived down the street that I met.
Oh, nice.
Because the first 2 weeks I was walking to school. It was like the weather was fine, whatever. But I met someone that lived in the area where his mom would carpool us.
Nice.
So that came clutch because my mom worked in the morning, my dad worked in the morning. So I didn't have that luxury of, mom and dad have a car. You know, I'm gonna take the car.
Yeah.
I was like, no, not me. I'll take the bus if I know how, but the Viva was too complicated at those times.
Yeah.
Do you think a lot of successful people have stories like that where they came from, you know, they have an example of like their parents working so hard and they're like, Mom, Dad, I love you, but I'm going to do something different. I'm going to get us out of this.
For sure.
I'm not going to have the same, you know.
In the end of the day, I feel like it's more of your connection with your parents. You know what I mean? Like my mom is my best friend. Like I'll tell my mom anything.
You have a really good connection.
Yeah, like me and my dad, don't get twisted. Best friends, but we bump heads.
Yeah,
you know how it is.
It's a son and his dad. I have the same thing
right?
with my dad.
Because my dad, his dad, your dad, for sure want us to be
the best.
Greatest.
Yeah.
They want to go and tell their friends or other dads like
XXX.
You know what I mean? Because let's say you, for example, let's say I'm just give you a prime example. Let's say right now you're a multimillionaire, right? You work, you own business, whatever. My dad is friends with your dad, and let's say me, I'm working at Rogers.
Yeah.
My dad's your dad's probably gonna, you know, tell him like, my dad's a multimillionaire. My dad's over there like, my son works at Rogers.
Yeah.
It's like, as a dad, you want to feel proud about your son. Even me, like when I have my son, I want my son to be the greatest that he can be.
We're gonna talk. Hold on, that's the next topic.
Okay, so
we're getting into that.
I like that I'm kind of creepy into every conversation today.
I'm glad you got it. Continue
Guys,
on.
this is podcast with smiles. But no, so back to your question. Yeah, I just feel like it's really how close you are. And me, I'm a family guy. I'm all about family. So that's where, for me, everything roots like from family. Like I'll put my family before anything. You can say, listen, I have a meeting for you. You know, you can make 100,000 right now, but my mom could tell me, listen, we have an event, and you know, let's say she's sick or there's something going on with family. I'm gonna be with my family before that 100K, because that 100K is gonna creep around the corner.
Yeah,
my mom's not here for her life.
That's true.
You know, we all have a time.
I love that.
Right? So that's how I always think. And to go a little off topic, one of my close friends just lost his mom.
Sorry to hear, man.
And it kind of made my heart like drop a little, because one, I just seen her recently at his baby shower.
Oh.
And I literally, when I got the news, I just sat there and I'm like, yo, I really, like lately, I feel like I just got to spend more time with my family. Like my mom, especially my dad, and especially because my sister's in Australia. So it's only me in the house with them right now.
It's only two of you guys.
Yeah, right now. So it's all three, me, my mom, and dad.
Okay.
And when I heard that news, I was just like it hit me hard. I was literally there like, just, you know what? It's really all about the family, like, because you just never know. It's unexpected. Life is short, man. And I know we all say it, but no one, like, someone will say it, and then guess what? The next day, they'll just go back to the same routine.
I agree.
You know what I mean? But since that happened, I've been with my mom, like, you know, like a little more.
Yeah.
You know, I told my mom, like, Mom, let's go for a ride. Like, just sit, like in a new car. My mom
Yeah.
loved it. But
Yeah.
seeing her smile and stuff is like, you know what? Yeah, this is what I should be doing. I can still focus on my stuff.
Yeah.
But there's a little stuff like, I'll be honest, I play, you know, video games here and there,
Yeah.
late nights when I have nothing to do at 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
But it's like, before all that, if I'm just chilling at the day, instead of going out for a freaking run with my boy, like just to play basketball or shoot, I'm like, you know what? Let me spend time with my mom. See what she's up to, da-da-da. So,
Does
that's about it.
does she ever like talk to you about like kids and stuff?
My mom? Oh,
Yeah.
my mom, yeah, she does. She does.
So this is
my mom
kind of
wants
our
to
next.
be- my
Lebanese
mom
wedding.
wants to be-
I heard Lebanese
No,
weddings
but
are
she's
crazy.
Italian.
She's the
though.
Italian
She's
one.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah,
the
yeah.
Italian weddings are
Was it a
booming.
the Italian
Did your
weddings
parents
are crazy
did your parents
as
have an
well.
Italian wedding or a Lebanese wedding, or is it a hybrid?
Oh, that's a good
if I'm to
question.
have one?
Vlad, that's a good question.
What, but
That
did
is
your
well
parents
done,
did your parents have like a mixed wedding?
No,
Guys,
I mean,
we're
it was
gonna have a
mixture.
raise for Vlad for that question.
dollar raise. That's not bad. You actually went up $1 today. That's good, man. Hard work.
Proud of you,
Hard
bro.
work. I'm proud of you too. See the smiles
He's
effect.
getting
though?
paid in millions.
Do you see when smiles is around though? It's like, you know.
Yeah, stay.
Blessings, brother. It's blessing. But that's actually a good question.
But no, that wedding, from what I remember from like the videos, you know, the little cassettes I used to watch, it was like a mixture. They played the Arabic music, played
That's
it,
cra-
but
an
also
Arabic,
English.
Italian.
Oh no, it's the food. I could tell you this: the food over there was crazy. From
Yeah.
I could obviously now tell, but I could just imagine the people that were at that wedding. They had
Yeah.
a blast.
Was it halal or no?
No, so my
No, but
dad,
his dad is
I
your
was
my
dad's
Christian,
dad,
no?
my dad is Greek Orthodox.
Okay, yeah, same.
Greek
It's
Orthodox.
specific.
Greek Orthodox,
It's like
Lebanese. I'm
you know what
also
I mean?
Greek Orthodox.
I'll be honest with you. When it comes to religious stuff, I don't really know too much. Like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, Greek
That's
Orthodox.
my
is
that's
this.
my specialty, brother.
Like that, we'll leave that to Rakan. You know, he's the one that knows it by the book. But I like my mom's Catholic.
Yeah.
So it's like, and I was baptized in a Greek Orthodox church.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. But when I look at it from the outside, they all look the same. Like
yeah.
Greek Orthodox,
Absolutely.
it does. There's obviously maybe a little one too that's you know, but at the end of the day, the way I see it, listen, there's one man above, God,
Yeah.
Jesus, watching over me, watching over my family. That's it. That's how I see it.
We were talking about this the other day. All religions really, are pointing to the same thing.
Same
Or
sto-
similar
similar
things.
stories.
Similar
stories.
stories.
When you look at the
similar-
stories, yes.
similar final
Similar
concept.
stories, yeah.
Then after you
Yeah.
look at the restrictions, that's where everyone's obviously a little different. But
Yeah,
I
that
don't
is.
really look too crazy into that because, at the end of the day, I respect everyone's option.
Absolutely.
Everyone's whatever your religion is, that's what it is. But yeah, no.
So kids,
Yeah, my mom.
when
you know
when are we
what's funny?
seeing smiles?
Smiles Jr.
I don't know, but you know what's so funny? My dad bothers me more than my mom.
Really? Yeah,
It's crazy.
the Arab in him. But I'm surprised
It's
he only
more
had
of-
two.
He
when
wanted
did
more.
When did
He
come
wanted
here?
more, but
of
my
course
mom
he
said
wanted
nope.
more. Of course he wanted more. But
He wanted more. My
Arabs
dad-
want
if-
like 100.
Yeah,
so they want an army.
If my dad could, he wanted like 4.
Yeah.
At least.
4 is logical. My dad,
You know
had,
what I mean?
My dad had
Yeah.
4.
He wants to build obviously the name a little longer. Like
Yeah.
you know, you have only one son now.
Yeah.
But
What's your last name?
Abu Akil.
Okay. Abu Aqil. Abu Aqil.
There you go. You know how to say it properly.
Yeah.
I just say it the English way. Then after when I meet the Middle Eastern people, they're like, Abu Akil. I'm like, yeah, that's how you say it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's how you say it. That's how my dad wants me to say it, but I can't.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, no, my dad would just randomly
Just pop up like hey, where's your
Yeah.
girl?
yeah, he'd just be like, so I'm 50. What he's 56. He's like, I'm 56.
He's bring up-
He's like, yo, I'm
they always
Yeah,
start
he's
with
like-
their age.
Yeah.
It's so funny how he starts. He's like, yo, Alex, like, you know, I'm 56, right? I'm like, and in my head, I'm like, what are you trying to get to? Like,
Yeah.
what do you want from me? He's like, no, I'm just saying, like, you know, I do want to see my grandchildren. I want to be able to play with them. I'm kind of getting old.
Yeah.
I'm like, Dad, the way you move at 56, I couldn't even tell that you're getting old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, people that see my dad, they're like, your dad is not 56.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's nuts.
Yeah, but no, he like obviously my mom, but my mom
Yeah.
doesn't ever really bother me
So,
about
so
it.
your dad's like, so Steph, Clay, Smiles, and then
No, my dad
Smiles
will.
Jr.
My dad will
He's
say.
like, so when Smiles Jr. coming?
So it's so crazy. My dad will literally say him, then Steph. That's how my dad is. He'll say he's above everybody. I'm like, Dad, come on.
Typical Arabs.
But and that's where I feel like.
Typical, brother.
I'll be honest. That's where
That's
going
I
back
think
to
where
your confidence came
yes,
from.
confidence came from.
100%.
Yeah.
My mom has confidence, but my
Yeah.
dad is to like the.
It's not only
fullest.
confidence; it's that ego. Bro.
It's that yeah.
It's a
in
healthy
way.
ego to have.
Exactly. Exactly.
Like just
anything my dad does, he has to do it with love and just amazing like heart and stuff.
That's
like
dope,
it
man.
could be changing a damn light bulb. He'll tell you, yo, I could change a light bulb better than you. I'm like, Dad, we're the same. Like it's shining the same. He's like, yeah, I did it faster though. I'm like, okay.
That's dope, man.
He's crazy.
So, bro, we were talking a little bit before, and we
Mm-hmm.
want to be able to wrap up with this. We were talking before, and you said 2022 was end of 22 was a little bit shaky,
Mm-hmm.
and then 2023 started with good news and a banger.
Mm-hmm.
I feel the same thing, by the way. But I'll let you, and then we'll talk about goals in 2023, especially for you, because I know you have like a big list. We talked about couple goals as well. So let's you share some stuff.
2022 was a roller coaster. It was a roller coaster. Went up, down.
You want to share?
Yeah, of course. Can share. I'm not gonna say exactly what
No, you
the
don't have to.
personal
Yeah.
is, but maybe I'll give a little,
Yeah.
you know. But no, so 2022, everything started like we were saying. It was going good.
Yeah.
You know, it goes a little slow.
Yeah.
Then it goes back up again. So I'm like, okay, you know, I'm getting everything right. But there was a time where I realized I don't want to say comfortable, because at the end of the day, I always hear don't get comfortable with comfortable, like this, that. You want to be comfortable with you have to be uncomfortable, blah, blah, blah. Like,
Yeah.
I see all these videos. I hear it from the people around me.
Yeah.
But it's like, I get it, but it's kind of hard to stick to that. Because I'm going to be honest with you, everyone, no one can tell me they don't ever get comfortable. If they're at home and they're chilling, they're comfy, they're going to be laying down for even an hour. Guess what? You're comfortable. But you know what I mean? So I get it. But at the same time, that's where I realize, you know what? I got to put a little more gas to the pedal.
Okay.
Like I do.
Yeah.
Right? So when I did that, I started seeing, things going good again.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my ex that I was with,
Yeah.
she was like,
What's her background?
Latino.
Okay. Interesting. Why? What was it so funny?
Her car's just funny, eh? And even Vlad's funny. You guys are funny.
Anyway, continue on.
Don't ask the country. Latina.
Yeah, just
Don't
Latino.
get too specific. Yeah.
Might have to cut all this out, by the way.
I'm so confused.
I'm just
He's not
I'm
confused.
so confused.
He's not confused. Go.
No. All right. So, anyways, no. Let's put it this way.
Okay.
A girl
Yeah.
that I was really close with. She knew my potential.
Yeah.
She would tell me straight.
Yeah.
But she wants me to go crazy.
Yeah.
Like, speed it up. Let's
they
go.
wanted it yesterday.
Because she knows that I could do it.
Yeah.
But one thing they should always tell me, and a lot of other people would always tell me this: my manifestation is like amazing, like
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Like I could literally tell you, let's say, yo, I'm gonna get $1 million this week.
Yeah.
I'll get $1 million this week. Like that's obviously not like
Yeah,
that.
I know-
but
I
you
know-
know
I
what
know what
mean,
you're talking about,
right? So a bunch of stuff was just happening, and this is where I really do believe in the God's timing, because
Yeah.
I never rush anything. What I tend to realize when I rush stuff or try to force something, it never comes.
Yeah.
And if it does come, it doesn't come properly. It doesn't come properly. So, prime example, I remember I was trying to get deals. My first deal was with Manscaped. Okay? That was one of my first deals.
Is it the
Yeah. You have some. Yeah.
Yeah, the one that
Yeah.
you...
Oh, Joe, my brother
Yeah.
got me as a gift.
Don't do your chest, because we know it's for the balls. It's okay. You can say it on your podcast.
It's not. It's fun.
I'm just fucking with you. Bleep that out. So no. That was a prime example of a company that reached out to me, and I just rushed. The first number that they threw at me, I said, yeah, I'm signing. Where do I go? I'll do it. Oh, yeah, cool. Okay, I'll do that video. Boom. So here I am rushing, like I said, forcing trying to get these deals. I got it.
Yeah.
But guess what? It wasn't well executed properly, one. Two,
From your side.
both,
From
yeah,
both-
my
from both
side,
sides.
because I'm the one that's accepting the offer.
Yeah, of course.
So whatever, that was a low offer. Cool. Now, going back to take time. I'm chilling, doing my stuff. Foot Locker reaches out to me.
Beautiful.
Good bags are coming now.
Yeah.
Like decent, you know,
yeah.
2,000, 3,000 a video.
Nice.
And you used
That
to
I-
work for them.
And that's the
That's
crazy
crazy,
thing. I
yeah.
used to work for them in
Oh, yeah.
2013, like when I was young,
yeah.
right after, I think first year out of high school.
Yeah.
So it was crazy. And that's where I started getting the big numbers, like, semi big numbers to make a video that takes me 10, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But I'm the type that if I'm making a content video, I don't just drop anything. I'm so picky with what I drop.
Yeah.
It has to be what I like we were talking
Yeah.
about earlier.
Yeah.
And all that. So whatever, that started going. And now, talking about Rocks, when he said the good timing, he finally came up to me. He's like, yo, it's go time. Like, he asked me how much, like, do you don't mind? Like, and I would tell him the numbers. He's like, what? He's like, do you know who you are? That's what I love about him. He said, do you know who you are? Not who you know or who
Yeah.
knows you. He
Yeah.
said, do you know who you are?
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, like, that hit me. Like, yeah, I do know who I am. I'm the best at this shit. Like that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So he said that, and he was so pissed at what the numbers I was getting from certain companies that I was getting. And he's like, yo, listen, we're gonna have a talk this week. He's gonna set up a meeting, blah, blah. Cool. We did that. And now at this point I'm signed to Viral Nation.
Yeah.
The first gig that I did with them through Pizza.
Okay.
Oh my God. Like, okay, I like it here.
Yeah.
Like it was just like that. And that, like I said, like what he said, just
Yeah.
wait, patience.
Yeah.
Time.
Yes. So that from just that journey, I seen, I gotta stop rushing shit. But like I said, because I'm hearing other people trying to push, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we would all love it. That's like me saying, yo, Vlad, what do you do right now, for example, right? Let's say you're doing the whole crypto. All right, how much you making a month? All right, yo, I need you to make 30K next month. I need you to.
Can't force it.
But some people could. I'm not gonna say you can't. You know what I mean?
Some-
Depending on what you do.
Yeah, you'll probably risk some
But you
money.
have to enjoy the journey.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't enjoy their journey. Like they
there
think
has
it's
to be a journey too.
there has to be
because
And
you learn in the journey, man.
yeah.
You've seen people sometimes make money too quick, and then what happens?
Exactly.
They lose it too quick.
Exactly.
Because they don't have the skills and the experience.
So back to having
Yeah.
you can my fault. I cut you off. You
No,
wanna
I was
say
gonna say,
something
what's your favorite brand and sponsor you worked with
else?
so far?
I
there's
love
more
Foot
coming.
Locker, bro. They give
Foot
me a
Locker?
bunch of like nice kicks and stuff. Yeah, and I love Foot
So
Locker.
who would you want to work with?
Not-
Who's your
not-
dream?
Not pizza. They give you pizza. Free.
I wish. I would like to work with Rakan so I get like free crypto and shit. if that's
Smart guy.
possible. It's smart, right?
Smart guy.
Me
See?
too.
Smart guy. Let's
But
sign him.
no, if I had to work with, there's a bunch, man. There's a bunch that
Probably got Nike on there.
yeah, Nike, more Jordan.
Oh, yeah?
obviously, but even like just there's a bunch. There's so
Yeah.
many brands, but no. So yeah, after all that, to go back to the girl that was close to me,
Yeah.
she adds like that drive.
Yeah.
And I didn't. I'm gonna be honest with you. Everyone that I've ever like around me, like girl wise, like the male, my brother and stuff,
Yeah.
always pushing me.
Yeah, of course.
always. But at the same time, you gotta remember, as a male, you're focusing on yourself as well.
Yeah.
So it's not, they're not there as much around you. So having, this girl around me is like, she's adding that fuel. Like, okay, yo, you wanna,
Right.
you wanna go crazy now because you have this person beside you that
Yeah.
wants you to be great. So I never had that with any other girl. I used to have girl, like when I would, a couple of my exes.
Yeah.
I don't even care if they're watching this. They can hear this straight. I'm blunt. They're full of shit. Like, they were just there for the ride. Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, okay, cool. Have fun.
Yeah,
Da-da-da.
yeah.
I'm like, yo, you're not gonna push me to be greater?
Yeah.
Like, I'm just gonna have to do this with my damn self or listen to music. Like how you said you listen to podcasts. For me, it was always music.
Yeah.
I would look at music, but
Ken is
also
like that.
yeah,
Ken is like that,
music and my parents. Those are my two things that I look at. You know what I mean? Like I'll be honest with you. I won't look at Rakan and be like, fuck, I gotta be like Rakan. That's just how I've always been because I've never looked at other people. I would look at Rakan like, oh, nice car, cool, go. But it's not like, fuck, I gotta be like Rakan tomorrow or I gotta be
Yeah.
him. No, because he might have something that I don't have.
It's true.
Right? You know what I mean?
And backwards as well.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So that's just how it goes. But yeah. So after that whole thing, the manifestation, like I said,
God's time,
was going
bro.
crazy. God's time was going crazy. Yeah,
God's
everything
time,
was just
man.
going crazy.
Yeah.
But it was literally my family, my friend, and my close bros that like made 2022 just boom, right? And then in 2022, you come across a couple of little obstacles, whatever, at the end and near the end. But those obstacles like lit a fucking match that I was like, yo,
It's time.
this match has never been lit
Yeah.
like this. And
Yeah.
at this age, I'll be honest, yeah, it might be late, but guess
Yeah.
what? Rome wasn't built in a day one. Two, you never know what the fuck can happen.
Yeah.
You can do something today, like you guys work with crypto.
Yeah.
One day it's at what? Like let's say I don't know the numbers, 27, right? But you can wake up, that shit's at 54.
It's true.
Right?
It's true.
That's how I look at everything in life.
Yeah.
And since the whole obstacle happened with certain shit,
Yeah.
Fuse got lit. January 1st, I dropped my first video. Shit was like 3K views or some shit like that quickly.
Yeah.
So right there, I'm like, whoa, okay, this is going good.
Yeah.
Right after that, the next day, I had another sponsor hit me up.
Nice.
Talking about bigger than Pizza. So I'm like, whoa, okay, what's going on? Like, did I eat a fortune cookie that I don't remember that it's coming true? And then after up to today, it's just I've been going constant of like just good news, good news for future stuff.
Yeah.
And one of
love
them,
that, man.
and one of them, I know you're gonna get into it because you asked me what's for the
Yeah.
year. So I'll just jump
just
right
go
into
ahead.
it. Now I'm going into the public speaking for youth. So like you said, you saw me. I go to local high schools
Yeah.
or elementary school, public schools, and talk to the kids about the whole confidence,
Confidence.
motivation, all that. To the point where now one guy, his name is Swish. That's his Instagram.
Okay.
Verified guy, whatever. And he does that whole public speaking with grown-ups. He told me straight, he's like, yo, Smiles, if you don't mind me asking, how many people do you know talk to youth?
Yeah.
And I look at it, and I look at you guys sometimes. I'm like, yo, you know what? Now that I think of it, when I see my storyline or timeline of people that do what like you guys do,
Yeah.
I see Rakan talking about crypto, this, that.
Yeah.
I see other people talking about money. Everything on my timeline is money. And I sit there and I'm like, yo, this is why like a lot of these kids don't really have fun.
Yeah.
Like they don't know nothing but right now you have to be successful.
Yeah.
You know, you have to have this much money to buy a house in Toronto. At our age, bro, if you drove by my house and you seen 6 bicycles on my front lawn, you knew the party was there.
Yeah.
You knew all of us is having fun in the house. We're not talking about money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yes, I get it. Going back to him, how you said, you teach money at 12. Cool. But yo, you have to know what life is
Fun.
too.
Yeah.
Not even just fun, because fun will be there. You make everything fun. You can make
Yeah.
anything fun. You can work and make it fun, like what you guys do. I see your when you're on live.
Yeah.
You talk to your friend. I see you laughing while doing it.
Yeah.
That goes to show that you guys are having fun while
Yeah.
working.
Lots
So
of fun,
I don't want to
for
say fun, but I want to say more like enjoy what's around you, life.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you tell a kid like, oh, do you know what animal that is? Like, let's say it's a bird. I knew a
Yeah.
freaking canary or like a red robin at the age of like 7. I probably asked a 7-year-old, what is that? That's a bird. That's all you're gonna say. Like, you have to know life.
Yeah.
You know what I
They-
mean?
they're not-
Like,
they don't
I
know
get,
life for
no,
sure.
because these kids are all
This
looking
program
at
very different.
it's like social media is good and bad for that reason,
Yeah.
because all these kids are looking at what is programming them. These kids know Andrew Tate more than they freaking know cartoons.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I want to end with this.
oh, yeah.
What do you
My
think
take
of
on
Andrew
him?
Tate?
he knows his shit.
Of course he does.
I'm not gonna sit there and say no. When it
Yeah.
comes to the whole female shit,
Yeah.
I'll be straight. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
I think. Well, he's just. This is.
But certain
for
stuff,
clout,
though,
bro.
that's what
It's
I'm
just-
s-
It's.
Yes,
He knew.
it could
he
be,
knows
I
how
don't
to.
know.
No, I understand Andrew, bro. Andrew just knows how to push triggers
Yeah.
that make him viral.
No, he knows-
Today
he
we were
knows
sitting
he's a smart
down with the
guy.
boys and we were eating, and I'm and every video's talking about Tate, bro.
Mm-hmm.
About him. I think he went to the hospital. Something happened to the hospital. He went from jail.
I
to
seen
the
that. I
hospital.
seen that. No, he's a
But
smart man, man.
He's a good marketer.
I
Very
amazing.
marketer.
But so
Amazing.
the girl stuff, I understand, but he's just pressing buttons to get him viral.
I get it.
But there's some things about women that me and you know.
No,
that they're very
yes.
true.
I'm not gonna say no, yes, and that's where it's the best. Like, if it was up to
Yeah.
me, if I had a podcast myself, like you guys, where I was like, you know what, let's bring Rakan and Vlad, 2 guys.
Yeah.
Let's bring 2 girls, and let's have you guys. I would
And then
do that.
with popcorn, just
Because I'll be honest with you, a lot of people have told me personally that I
Yeah.
should
Yeah.
do that.
You could-
because
yeah.
if I'm to do something like that, I'm gonna be honest with you, it will be a zoo.
Yeah.
Because it's like, listen, I could tell you
Fights
some.
will happen.
Yeah.
And Smile just looking.
I'll just be like,
Wow.
yo, what's like, yeah, exactly.
Wow.
So it's
Nice.
like, there's always a mix of everything.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's what gives everyone's views on things, right?
Sure. Sure.
So to go back to just what I have for the 2023 though,
Yeah.
that guy has been telling me to start doing that, like talking to the youth, and he was telling me like the world needs that.
Yeah.
Like I just
I
told you,
agree.
there's no one doing it for the youth, and
I agree.
That's what I really want to lead towards for that part.
I love that, bro.
Yep. And then after my basketball camp, obviously as well for the kids.
So you have a lot of basketball. What's the ages for basketball?
I do 5 to 17.
5 to 17.
Like, yeah, that's the
Nice.
main.
Yeah.
It could be older if you
Yeah.
want, because I've had a couple older people that ask me for trainings.
Okay.
But majority is 5 to 17 for the youth.
5 to 17, yeah.
So that's that. I have that with my boy Din.
Yeah.
So we're doing that together. It's a trainings and camps, and then other than those 2, my whole content stuff, landing the brand deals, all that stuff. That's about it.
We're proud
man.
of you, bro.
I'll tell you what, I coached basketball for 6 years. Is probably one of the most rewarding,
Stressful.
stressful, but the most rewarding.
Oh, for sure.
Job.
You did what?
And coached basketball.
You?
Yeah, but their team went like 0-30, I think,
Oh.
something like
It's
that.
listen, participation. It's the most rewarding.
Purple ribbon, not the red or the blue, the purple.
Canadian style.
Yeah,
it's the
exactly.
it's the most rewarding. Like watching the youth, the impact that you can have on a youth's development.
Yo.
On a kid becoming a man, and instilling that confidence in them to be the best version of themselves is
It's-
different, man.
it's different.
You can't put money on it. It's really, really hard to put money on
I
it.
seen you post something on his birthday. Prime example. He changed your life, you said, correct?
Pretty much.
Now, Rakan, I'm going to compare it to like what I see with the kids.
Yeah.
When you seen his face the first time he made his,
Yeah.
let's say, big check.
Yeah.
How did that make you feel?
A lot, bro.
It's a feeling that you can't even explain, correct?
Yeah. There's no words for it. For
When
sure.
when I'm with these kids, bro, and like the look that they give me, or they call me, yo, Coach Smile. Because some of them call me Coach Smiles, some of them
Yeah.
call me Coach Alex. Because it's like now it's to the point where some of them have Instagram.
Yeah, of course.
They're like, why do you
of
call
course.
you
They see-
Smiles? I'm gonna call
they
you
see.
Smiles, Coach
Yeah.
Smiles. And I'm like, yeah, sure. But it's the face and the way that they go talk to their parents. Because parents will come back to me like, my son, my daughter, they love you, man. Like
Yeah.
they talk about you at home. They can't wait till you train. And hearing that, bro, it brings a whole next like feeling to me, knowing that yo, these kids really look up to me.
Yeah.
So that's why, and everything I do when it comes to the whole basketball side, I always make sure that yo, these kids are watching me. Whatever I am doing, like I gotta make it good for them. So that's the big goal of the 23. I'm just trying to
I love
change.
that, bro.
I'm trying
I
to
love
really
that.
change the youth because the way it's looking, it's like I said, the confidence is low, motivation's not there.
I agree.
And I'll be honest with you, just watching a little video on Instagram is not going to motivate you. Like you have to really be there in person or know someone that's actually going through it, because a lot of these motivational speakers, bro, they watch other speeches and repeat it,
Absolutely.
post it, and
Absolutely.
I'm straight, bro. I'm blunt, and like if there is one of you guys out there to do that, listen, that's your thing.
Yeah.
But me, I'm not like that.
Yeah.
I don't really care. Like I've been through certain stuff that I will tell a kid.
can
Like
share, yeah.
you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, you
like
have-
I said,
you
I went
definitely
through a
have a
knee
story to
injury.
share.
You know what I mean? I wasn't no high D1 pick.
Yeah.
And guess what? I still went pro.
Yeah.
I know a lot of D1 guys back in the day, they didn't go pro because they didn't know the options. They thought it was just NBA.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why my main goal for this year is obviously focus on me.
What's going on? I got one last question. How much time we got? 2 hours? 2 hours left? All right, so he's like, so
This is a special edition
Rakan's looking at me like,
podcast. Rakan's like, fuck, I just want to go smoke hookah.
yo, listen, you've spent time with some notable people, Andrew Wiggins, some successful people in their fields, Drake, Steph Curry. What would you say if there's one thing that differentiates these guys between the rest of people that you know? The people at the top of their industry, the people at the top of their professions versus everybody else. What would one thing that differentiates them be?
It's so crazy. I've been asked this before, and I literally say work ethic and just the humbleness. They're so humble, bro. And that's one thing that I personally feel you need to be humble. Because when you're like all flashy and stuff, yeah, like it suits some people. You could be flashy, it's cool.
Yeah.
But when you're humble, it's a whole different game changer. So to be humble and like the work ethic, I would say is probably like the top two.
Yeah.
Like
Humble.
those are the main things I would say. And
love that.
how we talking before, even family. A lot of them have like their family behind them type thing. So I would say those. I would even add that into it. Just your surroundings. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's where it falls back to mine, right?
Well, that's a fire
That's an
episode, bro.
episode.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
You thought you were gonna have a drunk episode with smiles on it? Come on,
The extra fire.
but extra fire. That's probably the best one, but it's okay. It's okay. I
Well,
bring the real personalities.
My friends and my family, thank you guys so much for this podcast. Appreciate you, bro, for
Nah,
being
we
on the
don't have to get my
call.
handshakes.
And my brother Vlad, thank you so much. And make sure you subscribe, you like, you do all the things, and we will see you guys on the next podcast. Let's go.
Peace.